Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. And I'm just gonna be making a quick video update about what we are getting for Nobunaga's Ambition Awakening Complete Edition because we do get some new information. Sadly, the how to say it, the American, the Western, the English speaking region website is slacking and they're not updating anything. Like as you can see, it still says only one scenario and there's no new pictures or anything like that. So yeah, thankfully with the advancement of our technology, now if we go to the Japanese website and with the auto translate features and things like that, we get most of these things uh, translated for us. Thankfully, we do get more information. So we know that we're gonna get 6 new scenarios, and well, I feel like we all know the birth of Nobunaga. It's basically the 5034 start date, where we do still have like people like Ujitsuna Hojo, uh, Nobutora Takeda, Tsunehisa Amago, and Nobuhide. Nobuhide we can already play before, but at least it's like a far earlier start date. And there's people like I think the uh Matsudaira Ieyasu clan is still a bit more stable and powerful. So yeah, there are clans like you could think of the Ogasawara and then Takato, think Suwa maybe even. There will be more clans definitely in the earlier start date. So we don't need to talk too long about the birth of Nobunaga start date. Now going into the more interesting one is up next. This is another historical one, which is the Tennozan. It's basically probably most likely very similar to like a dream, but basically this is happening right after Honoji happened. Instead of like if you play as like a dream, you need to wait. You could you could basically prevent Honoji to happen, but you could also just wait and then Honoji happen, then you choose which side you're gonna play. But yeah, the Tennozan scenario, I'm actually not sure. Let me check on the stream. Yeah, it's this one. On the Japanese stream explaining things, it's this one. It's historical, not fictional. So I think probably what we're gonna see, because it's almost gonna be similar to like a dream, right? But I can see like balancing being done to the castles and things like that. So the scenario is more balanced. Maybe like they give Mitsuhide a chance to actually win, because in the like a dream scenario, if you don't play as Mitsuhide, your Mitsuhide is pretty much always gonna die, no matter what. Maybe there's a balancing to make Mitsuhide stronger. And then the ones that interest me more is like people like Nobutaka Oda, Kazumasu Takigawa, Nagayoshi Mori, like these smaller Oda sons and vassals. They might be independent because I think in sphere of influence, in the scenario near like around here, like either that scenario is after Mitsuhide lose, like the Kyushu Conference or the Fateful Clash scenario. Like Kazumasu is independent in like the Minowa Castle region, and then like Nagayoshi Mori is independent. Nobutaka and Nobukatsu is not one clan; they are separated. So there are still options that's gonna make this scenario much more interesting, because like in the like dream scenario, Kazumasu and the gang, they just get absorbed to Nobukatsu faction, which I don't know. if the clans are more splintered, it's more flavor, right? Now, the next scenario is Kyushu Conquest, which means just basically another Hideyoshi blobbing scenario. I don't know. I don't really have much comment about this, and it's probably not that interesting. Maybe Masamune is gonna be interesting because that's another start date where Masamune can we can play as Masamune, and then I don't know, maybe Hojo or just the straight up playing as Shimazu trying to fight off Hideyoshi. Again, I just not interested in this one. Maybe they can change my mind once I play it, but right now this is the least interesting for me. Now this next scenario, this is really interesting. It's basically they saying Onin War doesn't happen, so like it will never make sense because this is a fictional one. Because I think if Onin War doesn't happen, like Oda, Mori, Hojo, they basically maybe don't even exist, or maybe they exist but they are not strong. Like if you say Onin War doesn't happen, like Nobuhide and Nobunaga might never exist, right? So I don't know. It's gonna be a dumb scenario looking at the map because it there will be so much thing that doesn't make sense, but it's just for fun. So basically we're gonna have many clans that are still strong, like the Yamana. Yamana is gonna be very interesting. And then Hosokawa doesn't have to deal with the Miyoshi thing, I think. So yeah, this scenario I really need to see like the map, the entire map first before I can say this is good or bad, this scenario. But from the preface of it, it's very interesting. Now the next one is Astronomical Chronicles. I don't think this is the right translation, but gotta take this. We don't know exactly what else is this. Yep, Japanese and English translation. So this one is basically Yoshitatsu supporting Nobukatsu Oda. But the Dosa, Nobunaga, Nobukatsu, and Yoshitatsu, it's cool, but not that interesting. But the footnote of this scenario, this conflict trigger conflicts within the family all over the country, where family members fuck each other. Like imagine the Hojo split into three. Like we get Ujiyasu, Tsunashige maybe, independent, like they're fighting each other. And then like the Takeda, maybe we have Shingen. Then we have his son, the one that he killed, Yoshinobu Takeda. Like Kenshin might be more splintered, like he's usually indeed splintered. Like there's the Masakage faction, and then there's the Sadazane Uesugi. Maybe this time he have to face like his older brother Harukage, and then Masakage is also independent. And then Miyoshi, imagine Miyoshi like Kazumasa Sogo is independent, GQ independent versus Nagayoshi. Oh yeah, this will be interesting. On of course, not to mention the Mori, like Motonari without Kobayakawa and Kikawa, like without his two sons. Hmm, that's spicy. That's really intriguing. So yeah, this one I actually feel like this scenario is the one that I'm most interested in. Like with civil wars, with many clans happening, that would be very good. Now the next scenario is historical, I think this one. No, this is fictional. I think it's fictional. Let me check. Uh, where is it? Oh yeah, this is fictional. It's blue. It's a fictional scenario where, oh my god, why is my YouTube doesn't load? My YouTube doesn't load for some reason. Well, Oh well then. Basically, this one is Nobukatsu accepts like Ieyasu moved to Kanto, right, to Edo, but his former territory goes to Nobukatsu instead this time. And with Hideyoshi's death, now that will be interesting. I'm actually wondering, will Nobukatsu be allied with Ieyasu or not? And it says Nobukatsu gathered his former retainers. Like, how much is it? Like, does he get Toshie Maeda back? Does he get the Ikeda, Inaba, like Itetsu maybe coming back? Gamo, the Gamo might be coming back. There's a bunch of former Oda retainers that joins Hideyoshi that might be interesting if they just join Nobukatsu again. I really need to see the map for this one too. Like how much different is it? Is it just Nobukatsu at Hamamatsu and Sunpu or how it looks? Really intriguing this one. Now, other than the scenarios, okay, it's finally loaded, but holy shit, the quality is bad. Now, other than that, they did showcase the decisive battle on stream. Oh my god. Oh, thank God. Finally it loaded. Uh, let's just say if you lose this decisive battle, you will, your clan is basically done for. It will be game over. Uh, yeah, let's just let the page YouTube load first. I don't know why it's not loading. Yeah, they did update this. They showcase more, you know, you showcase more region, more screenshot, things like that. A new map, finally. Thank you very much. They're giving us a new map. And it still doesn't load. But basically, yeah, this screen in the stream, this guy, I think, lose the battle, the decisive battle to Katsuyori. So basically, the Oda is gone. So yeah, it will be a really all-in scenario. If you win, you take all of their lands. If you lose, game over, defeat. So the decisive battle, I really hope it's gonna be interesting at least or hard. Because if it's not hard, like my fear is like what I fear gonna happen is, damn, the image doesn't load. Really? Oh, there you go. Uh, well, it's not loading. Hello? Why are you not loading? Okay, basically my fear with this map is it's like the strong authority battle where it's 16 versus 16, I think, or 12. I think it's 16. Like you can see the cam in the back. Usually the AI will do something very dumb, which is leaving 3 units at the back. So the player will always have the advantage in fighting in the actual map because the AI puts 3 units in reserve. So like 16 minus 3, that's like math, I 13. So while the player gonna be able to use 16 units, pincering, swapping places, the AI just use 13 instead of 16 because they keep 3 units at the back. And usually the 3 units they kept at the back is the strongest unit. So yeah, I'm really hoping they fix the AI for this thing, this large map thing, because if they just stay back doing nothing, it will actually be an easy battle, the decisive battle. It won't be interesting. Other than that, we do have the new traits. They did show some more new traits like the Ujiharu Oda, we already know. Gonbei, we already know. Sessai is a free diplomacy. Like the diplomacy is usually it costs a few hundred gold, but with Sessai it's zero. It's a free diplomacy. And then there's a new one, which is Yoshikiyo Murakami. I think it was something like if you get charged by a cavalry, then he disables it or something. Let me actually check. I think it either disables the cavalry charge damage or he counterattack it. So Yoshikiyo trait is basically anti Takeda for sure. Now then there's also Nobukatsu. Now Nobukatsu is not shown on stream, but it's shown here in the website. I think it has something to do with like diplomacy, I think, from the looks of it. Now I'm not clear what exactly it is because I already tried to open the image and then use Google Translate and image translator, many things like that. And let's just say it doesn't translate very well. So yeah, whatever this is, it's gonna be related to diplomacy. Now the next one is Jinshisai. Now this one is interesting because it shows up in this screen, which makes me really wondering what exactly this is. All I know is from the translation it has something to do with uh his Iroha teachings. Maybe it's a stat increase or loyalty increase. I don't know. We got to see later on. And then there's Tadatsugu Sakai. Like Tadatsugu from the translation is he was saying something like he's at the front line and so he will fight to the death. Maybe it's like make him stat increase and then maybe his unit will never retreat. Maybe his unit literally fights to the death until it's broken, like to zero troop count. Maybe that's what he does. I don't know. So these three, Nobukatsu, Jinshisai, and Tadatsugu, is the traits that are not shown on the stream. Meanwhile, on the stream, we do get more details, which is they showcase a bit more about, explain a bit more about Ujiharu trait. Ujiharu trait, I think it's uh, if you lose a castle, the units that you deploy, your army gets stronger for 1 year, which is can be very cool. Like in theory, you could like sacrifice one castle and then you get a stat boost for 1 year. Like 1 year, that's a very long time. So this is very interesting. Ujiharu Strait. And then there's Gonbei. Like Gonbei is just his stamina when in battle. His stamina drops slower. So yeah. And I think there may be a stat boost too, like a defense up or something, but the one that I'm sure of is in battle his stamina reduces very slowly. Like that's for sure is what's going to happen. And then Sanrakusai Ota. Come on now. Like I don't know why my internet for some reason is very slow right now. Like hello. Oh there you go, Sanrakusai. Sanrakusai Ota, his trait is basically something related to his dog messenger, I think. It increases the range of uh, governance for regions. So if you make a province, that province can cover more castles. And then it also increases the leadership, I think, or loyalty. It's either leadership or loyalty. So that's Sanrakusai trait. And then there's Yoshikiyo, which I already explained. It counterattacks damage from cavalry. And then there's Ujisato. Ujisato getting two traits now. He has one already, which is like a first blood. As long as he's the first one attacking, he gets a stat boost. Now he gets another one, which is I think it's like when he's a regent, when he leads a province, the officer under him all gets loyalty, which, huh? I don't know. It doesn't feel good. Tsunehisa is the one that's interesting because at the start of the battle with Tsunehisa, everyone gets a speed boost, so you can get to your position faster. We definitely need to test that out once it comes out. It would be very nice to see. And then, who else is it? Oh yeah, Shigena Honjo. Shigenaga getting uh something almost similar to like Astonish. Like, I don't know. From the looks of it, it's basically like a Astonish, but I don't know whether it's better or worse. Like, if it's just basically Astonish, kind of, eh, really? It's just Astonish. I mean, it's powerful, but it's basically the same trait, so I don't know. I'm hoping that it's something not just Astonish, it's something better, I'm hoping. So yeah, that's all for the updates, sadly. I mean, look at this. Release June 5. It's very close by, like 2, 3 weeks left. 1, 2, yeah, I think 3 weeks left. So I'm really waiting for it. And then we can also purchase all of this DLC now. Like Tetorigawa. Now everybody can play Tetorigawa if you buy it at least. So yeah, think that's it for this video. I'm really hoping that they update the English website soon so that I can just share the link to you guys and put it on the Discord or in this video so you can check it out yourself. I'll also leave the link for the live stream, like it's in Japanese. I understand a little bit of Japanese, but you know, you probably need to use like the translate capture image to text translator if you want to know more details. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you, and bye bye.